I want to thank everybody for being a part of my life, and I want to let you know that I have some new tour dates. I am going to be Los Angeles May 7th. We added a show there at the Wiltern. Albuquerque May 18th. Midland, Texas May 19th. Lubbock May 20. Dallas, Texas May 21. That one's almost sold out. Savannah June 2nd. Augusta, Georgia. Montgomery, Alabama. Columbus, Georgia, June 3rd, 4th, and 5th. I appreciate all you guys' love and support. Tickets are on sale now at theovon.com/TOUR. That's theovon.com/tour. And yeah, I'm just grateful for you guys. Thank you so much. Today's guest is returning for the second time. And he's a one-of-a-kind impersonator and comedian and creator. And he is a real unique man. I would say that. If they had 100 men somewhere, he'd be the only one like him. We're happy to have him back. And he has his own show on YouTube called the Kyle Dunnigan Show. Ladies and gentlemen, today's guest, Mr. Kyle Dunnigan.
For me to set that parking brake and let myself unwind. Shine that light on me. I'll sit and tell you my stories. Shine on me, and I will find a song. I will sing it just for you. And now I've been moving way too
Dude, remember my fight idea we haven't done yet?
What was it? Were we going to fight?
No. Who would win? I'm fast.
I would win.
You're stronger, but I'm faster for sure. I can get down low and come up huge. Like I get low and
Like, what do you mean? Like one of those, like one of those lizards that like does that big trick?
yeah, I have a very long torso and I can just suddenly you'll be like, how do you get way down there? And then I'll pop up huge.
I would
You'd
win.
be surprised. You ever get punched?
There's two parts of me that wants, one that wants to figure it out a little. When we hugged a little while ago, I felt like I would win in a fight.
Really? What did you just feel? Soft muscles on my back or something?
I mean, I don't know if soft muscles is a real thing, bro. Is that?
Yeah, like Wagyu beef.
Oh, yeah. I felt that
Ever hug a
Wagyu.
Wagyu cow?
Yeah, I definitely
Soft.
felt a sort of, definitely something that had been caged,
Yes. Well, you're wrong.
Okay.
I'm very dense, actually.
Really?
As just genetically, I have a dense muscle structure.
Have you had your marrow tested or not?
Mhm, yeah, dense marrow. Have you had your marrow tested?
Yeah, man. Oh, that's miserable, huh?
Why'd you have it tested?
I think I was having some chronic type of thing, and so they tested it.
Okay.
But that kind of stuff's miserable.
Yeah, I have this thing called I'm a liar. I never had it tested. Do you ever get punched in the face?
Yeah.
Can you take a punch, or do you sort of get your bell rung? You're lost.
It hurts, but it also depends on how I am. If I'm ready for it, I think I can kind of do okay.
I have no idea. Like I might have an iron chin or just paper. I have no idea.
Ooh.
I'm
And there's only
curious.
one way to find out,
Yeah, you never know until you get punched. What's that? I'm sorry. Yes. Should I get earplug? Oh, I don't need those. Our idea was we were going to match up be celebs, and do our own
Celebrity deathmatch?
pay-per-view kind of thing.
Well, you saw that Aaron Carter's fought Lamar Odom.
I didn't see that. Did that already happen, or it's going to happen?
It already happened. Let's bring up a clip of that if we can.
Let's go to the clips. But there's this big money in this, and then me and you, we commentate on it, whatever. We bring our expertise to the table.
Ooh,
We
I
just-
like it. Who would be a good match?
That's
you
what we're
think?
talking about, because we have comedians, like, they have little fights, kind of like rappers or whatever. You just go, you sort of preamble with a fight, and then you sort of announce they're going to actually physically fight.
Yeah. And you can just keep it on mute.
Let's see if we're good at being commentators as we do this. There comes Lamar Odom into the ring. Now he's
And Oh, and there's Aaron Carter.
And there
Look at
he is.
him.
He's kind of bouncing. Oh, there's a height difference. It's intense. This reach is just not fair.
Well, you see Carter there is nipple high on that brother.
He actually is fighting a man who's in the hospital. Didn't he have a concussion? He went into some kind of coma, right?
Both these guys have overdosed,
Jesus.
man.
Come on. This is not fair.
And there's and they hug at the end.
That's like when you hug me, he feels this soft man.
So obviously they must have showed the highlight there. Are there
That's
any
the
highlights from
highlight?
that bout?
That seems like an awful fight if that was the highlight reel.
Lamar got the nod there. Who would be a good match? I think maybe, what about Machine Gun Kelly versus Kelly Slater?
Oh, that'd be cool to just match names
Yeah.
like that. Or versus Megan Kelly.
Oh, yeah. And I think Megan Kelly might win. They both have the same body style.
Yeah. I did her show last
Really?
week, which I never thought I would do her show. But when someone just asked me, I always just say yes. That's my policy.
Oh, wow.
And then she did this thing, very nice. But when people try to improvise, it's not easy.
She doesn't like it, or what happened?
No, they just do this thing, which is, of course, this is what she would do. But she'd be like, what does Jeff Goldblum think of the war in Ukraine? So you have to sit there and on the fly write a Jeff Goldblum monologue about the Ukraine that's funny. I mean, it's like an impossible. You're supposed to give something. They call it yes-anding when you improv.
Oh, yeah,
I'll be like, hey, I saw you at the burger place. You had that giant cat with you.
Yes.
So I've given you something.
Yes.
You don't-
And the cat has malaria.
Yeah, you've added yes and yeah. But you don't ask an open-ended question. How do I know this? The Groundlings.
Yeah. I went to two
Worst
classes.
place. This place sucks.
I went to 2 classes there, and the teacher was a Native American woman, I remember.
Karen?
Yeah.
I had Karen. Yamamamu. I think that's
Yeah.
yeah.
Pretty cool, man.
They're nice, but that place
Because who's more from the earth or actual groundlings than Native Americans?
and the name Groundling, you think that's all tied together?
I wouldn't be shocked. I mean, I wasn't shocked when I got there and it's like, this is the groundlings and your teacher's Native American. It was like, for me, it made perfect sense. I thought.
Yeah,
But it was my first experience. I feel like right when you get into Hollywood, everybody goes to the groundlings.
yeah, it seems like that's your way onto SNL or something. But then you get there and then they don't even pay. These shows are sold out every night. They're sold out. They don't even give you gas money.
Yeah.
Like, give me $5 to get to this sold out theater.
Yeah.
That's really, I don't know why they don't revolt there.
It gets hella Judaic at a certain point. It really gets a little like, they just take, there's not.
A lot of taking, no giving.
Give a little bit of gas money, I think. What,
I was going to open a place next door called, like I wanted to become a multi-billionaire and just open
Yeah.
the Skylings next door and pay everybody like $100,000 a week and just take all their talent. Be
Yeah.
like, what now?
Dude, and if the Skylings, if people airlifted into it, if people came, there was no parking, you just landed on the roof, you had to get
Yeah.
it.
Everyone gets a helicopter to
It's going to be expensive.
come in. Well, I'm a billionaire.
Dude, what happened to COVID, bro?
Well, it's in China now. Last I heard it.
What?
It's in China now.
But how can a disease that is everybody has it or can get it just be only at certain spots? That's what I don't understand. Like, was malaria like picky choosy like that?
I honestly I'm the worst person. I have no information. I don't understand any of it. I don't know. I know this variant's peeled off or something. I had it once. I don't know which one I had. I think I had the Delta thing or something. Wasn't that bad for me? But
Yeah. It's just weird how it disappeared.
yeah. And it's funny because in the 19, I'm doing Trump hands. In like 1919 or whatever, when they had the other one, terrific. They had that one took like 2 years. It doesn't matter like how much you have in terms of technology or what we've gained knowledge. It still needs 2 years to get out of here.
Yeah.
It seems.
Yeah, it had a great PR run. Whatever it had a great publicist, the whole thing. It felt kind of masterful, but it does feel, I mean, it feels like now that it's completed, it feels way more like a lot more of a facade than it really was. If it could just disappear, right?
Well, don't listen to me, but I think what happens is, it mutates and it gets weaker as it seems to get weaker as it mutates. And so that's what happened.
Yeah.
I know a guy, he was in my house and he died early on. And it was like right away, like, this is here. And a guy I knew was dead. And so I immediately was terrified of it.
Oh, wow.
You know, and he was 50 years old. He was an old guy.
And was he thick? Was he smoking? Was he doing dope?
No, he was pretty straight, narrow guy. And
Did he work near like a smokestack or anything? Like, was there any
no,
like?
he lived far away from smokestacks. He didn't seem sickly.
Oh,
He was in that band. Stacy's mom, that guy, Adam Schlesinger.
yeah.
And he was in my house like a couple of months before that, and he was just dead all of a sudden. So I was wiping down my tuna,
Yeah.
can of tuna. Whenever I got to the grocery store, I just wiped it down. I was really paranoid in the beginning. You never feared it.
I mean, I was just, at first I didn't understand it, but then once I had friends that people started dying, I was like, something's going on here. But I just felt like the best course was probably just to let it run, let it go. I don't know if all the stuff, it just always felt very bizarre to me. And then how I could be in Tennessee and it's wide open and you come here and you'd be like, oh my God, it's like a slave planet here.
And then the numbers
news.
weren't that much worse. Although I will say, I guess when you're in a city, it is going to spread easier because you're more packed. There's millions of people packed together. So I guess that makes kind of sense. It would be more in the cities. But yeah, it didn't seem like it was, no place was really spared, really.
Yeah, well, it just didn't seem like it. How would they let me fly from one place where people are just
I know.
rampantly?
It's still like that. You go to a place like put a mask on,
Yeah.
you're like, all right, and then you sit down, like you can take your mask off. Some airlines you gotta like lower your thing to chew and then put it back up when you're done chewing. And then
Yeah.
other airlines are like, we don't give a fuck here at Delta or whatever it is.
I kind of like that, the up and down. That part I kind of like a little bit. You have a little more privacy on the plane, and as long as you get a snack, it's definitely makes you feel more like a somebody that's grazing, though. You know, you're like, oh, if I get some food, then I'll be fine, you know?
See, here's why I don't like it, and this is like just self-centered stuff.
Yeah.
I look worse. Some people look better with a mask on, but like this is my money zone. This is where I look really good.
Oh, yeah, you do have like kind of like
Teeth,
a strong
lips, and everything else kind of falls apart. But this is where I bring it back.
Yeah.
You know, so I can be like a 5 or I don't know what number I am, but
No, you're not a 5, bro.
I think it's nice to say I'm a 5.
What? You are way more. You are better than a 5, man.
Where's my
I've
camera?
seen 5s, man.
Yeah.
And also, most people are a 5.
Yeah, I feel like I'm.
So you're better than that.
I appreciate that, but I think I'm probably pretty average looks wise. It's hard to say.
I think if you go for a good run, right? You
Yeah.
have maybe a couple, you challenge yourself with some, maybe even a spicy food or something, or, I see you eating a steak or something, you're an 8.
Just by eating a
Just
steak.
by whatever ambient, if you go for a good run, you show up sweaty, you kind of like have
Yeah.
that John Cusack-y sort of, I'm funny.
You have pretty good clothes. Like you have good shoes and stuff, which I think brings you up a little bit. Like I think my clothes game brings me down. If I maybe wore nicer stuff, it might help.
I think you seem like the guy in like the beginning of a movie before he's gonna like get it all together.
Okay. I just downloaded an exercise app this morning.
There you
so
go. Was it
maybe-
Fitbod?
No, it was Fit Coach.
Oh, there's some new ones out.
Yeah.
But yeah, I got these boots, man, these Rujo boots, and they're nice. You know, this is ostrich.
Is that right?
Yeah.
Ostrich.
Yeah.
Are they bumpy like that?
Oh, yeah.
Is that just what their feathers come out or something?
Yeah, because the feathers come out. And the crazy thing is, I believe that they send you also the feathers with, so it's almost like a...
Wait, what do you mean you believe? Didn't you get them?
Yeah, but there was like a separate little package with each one that I didn't open up. But someone said that. There's some company that sends you the feathers also with the boots.
I don't want that.
I don't know. It's kind of like at least you're taking... It's almost like the guy that kills the animal and uses it all. You know? It's like it...
So they want you to like use these feathers.
Well, I think if they do that, I kind of like the concept of a company saying, okay, you want this leather belt. Here's also the hoofs. Here's the horns. Here's the, you know what I'm saying? Like, put a responsibility on the person who's going to wear the leather.
Okay.
So then you can say, yes, I wear leather,
Yeah.
but I use the
I
entire
also-
animal.
Yes.
You know, I have a wallet made out of a, duck bladder or whatever,
Yeah.
or goat bladder. I have, I have this little weed carrying case made out of like a hollowed out horn or something. Like, I just feel like then if you did that, then they can't trump you by saying, oh, you're wearing.
That's a really interesting thought. And like a carton of eggs comes with beaks.
Yeah.
Like there's room in that carton to just stuff like the beaks.
Oh, you could
in
stack
there.
12 beaks right on there. I don't know. Actually, I do know. I think they can have a ton of eggs, man. So it could just be one beak.
How do you feel about different colored eggs? Like, do you feel like, are one healthier? I feel like the all white eggs aren't healthy. Did I just make that up?
I mean, I will say that in the brown cartons, there's a little more crime, if you know what I'm saying, bro. I will say that.
What do you mean?
But people graffiti a lot of shit. But what I'm saying is that the white ones do look a little bit more like they kind of put them together as opposed to they were actually hatched.
Yeah.
If you get that hatched batch, you have bring up hatched eggs, please. Fresh hatched.
Right there in
There
the
we go.
hay. Yeah, that's gross.
Yeah, if you can look at that, you can see, and some of them even have some green ones.
Yeah, they get really funky.
Yeah, it's almost like the colors of Tic Tacs.
Mm-hmm. That's what they're based on.
What percentage do you think there was some, though, like a lot of fear created by the media around COVID?
Oh, no doubt.
Yeah.
I mean, they grab onto something and they just run it over and over again. It's just saying something over and over again.
Yeah.
It just worms into your brain, you know? They need to just go, okay, we're gonna do this for 10 minutes, this for 10 minutes. I don't watch the, I just stopped watching. I think a lot of people, their ratings are way down.
It's horrible. Yeah, I think Fox News has the best ratings I know, but I don't know. It's all, I mean, it's just, I don't know. I don't watch it. Who even goes to their television like at a certain time to see, you know what I'm saying? Like, I don't even think that happens anymore. But you know what did happen was they just found some alien stuff. They just declassified a bunch of alien.
Is this true? I heard that they're getting people pregnant. Was that the thing?
It said, I don't know. Can you bring that up?
I don't believe in aliens, really, but
you don't?
Well, not really, because what bothers me is if you're gonna go across the galaxy, it's very large distances.
Okay.
When you get there, you're just gonna hide. I just feel like you'd want to be like, we're here. You know, could you just imagine? They're beings like us. I mean, they're creatures of the universe.
Yeah.
And if you're traveling this far,
okay,
why are you hiding? And then what weird experiments are you doing?
Right.
It just doesn't seem to add up to a logical.
Well, I think they used to do the experiments when they were trying to figure out what was going on, if there was anything happening here. To me, I think it's almost like you ever have somebody take you to one of those local zoos, you know, the drive-in parks.
A drive-in zoo? No.
Did you ever have that?
No.
In Robert, Louisiana, we used to have this place called, I think it was Larry's Zoo or something. Larry's, apostrophe S. Larry's, yeah, one Larry. And they had all types of animals there, you know, and they say it's all types, but it's like a mule, and they would like paint do stripes on it or dye its skin, you know, to zebra it.
Okay.
But they would have at least one giraffe. They'd have one antelope, you know, they'd have a couple animals they'd have like a big cat or something in a cage and like keep it far away where you couldn't get close to it, but they would say it was like a dangerous animal.
Oh, they're saying they would paint them so they would be like other animals? Like
just zebra. Zebra was the only one that they ever did that.
I went to the circus once. They had a goat, and they said, come see the first living unicorn. And this, from a child, they just put the goat's things. They kept tying them together, so it was goat. 2 goat horns they spun together.
Oh, wow.
Over like years. We went to one thing in middle school, and this monkey starts pleasuring himself. It was like a window, and everyone starts laughing and and then he climaxes, and everyone goes, oh, like that. Yeah. And he's looking, monkey will look you in the eye. Yeah. He takes it, puts it in his mouth. So it went from like ha to like and then the teacher tried to get everybody out of there. When you're in 8th grade, that's the funniest thing you can possibly say.
And did he swallow it, you think, or did at that point everybody was out? You're probably like just locked in.
Yeah, it was
You
locked.
probably like are now a pin pal.
He gave it a taste. Yeah, he wasn't. It was disgusting.
Did it look like it was the first time he'd done it, or did it look like he had done this as a practice?
It looked like a first time. He saw everyone's reaction to the fact that he jizzed, and then he was like, what else? He felt the bug, like the performing bug, I think. And he's
like Charlie
you think
Chaplin.
that was
then?
crazy?
Like,
Yeah.
dude, that's insane, man. I remember, and I've told this story before, and R.I.P. this one fella that I grew up with. We were in a hot tub, right, when I was a child, and somebody had a birthday party.
Yeah.
And everybody was excited. Nobody had a hot tub. So people are over there. And in Louisiana, it's insane. The whole state is a hot tub. So it's insane to get a hot tub. It's like...
It's already hot and wet.
Oh, well, it's just like, somebody's doing a crawfish boil in one part of the yard, and they're literally boiling, and then you're sitting in it's just, the whole, it's a hot tub of a state.
Yeah.
So anyway, we all go over there. It's going to be a sleepover, and there's this one fella who'd been ejaculating. Nobody knew.
In the hot tub?
No.
Oh.
Just on his own time. And nobody knew it, right? He hadn't said anything, and maybe he might have hung out with older people. He was a rodeo boy.
Wait a minute, I'm confused. He masturbated on his own time.
Yeah.
Okay, so why is that news? Isn't that generally okay?
I'm gonna get there. Okay. So yeah, sorry, I was just setting up. I was kind of setting the table there for that. Mm-hmm. So what happened next was this. So we're all in the hot tub. Everybody's, kind of just joking around, talking about baseball, maybe singing ribbing this one fella about his birthday. And that fella ended up dying years later. But this one fella named CJ, he's under the water and he's been pleasuring himself, right? And none of us know. We'd never even seen it.
How old are you?
Huh?
You're how old?
Probably 10 maybe, and he was maybe 13 or 14. He'd been held back a couple times.
Oh God! All right.
And I remember he even had he had shorts on and a belt buckle, which was fucking insane, right? He was like a real rodeo boy. Mm-hmm. Well, anyway, he pulls his wiener out and he brings it out of the water, just like Loch Ness in it, right out the water, and just starts spraying into this hot tub. And we didn't know what was going on, right? So this one fella named Will, God bless him, man. God bless his soul. He grabs onto it because he didn't know if something was happening to him, like his body was leaking out of himself, like he was gonna
scary.
It was gonna keep going until there was nothing left of him.
Mm-hmm. He put a tourniquet on it.
Yeah, like tie it off. So he just grabs it to stop it, right? And the kid punched him in the neck so hard, dude, that it was so many immediate things at once, and it was just like.
Well, he really grabbed his cock to help him. He was saying, let me stop this.
To save him, yeah. It's like if you saw somebody bleeding or somebody got, somebody macheted somebody and you had to help them.
And how confusing. You're trying to help someone, they punch you in the neck.
And none of us knew what was going on.
What a crazy, I don't know, was it 13 seconds? It was probably a very quick thing.
It was insane, though. To just have that much go on, 'and then you're all just in this hot water, and then there's semen in there.
Just, oh God! And you don't even know what it is. Did you?
Oh, we had no idea, bro.
You just touching it, what is that? You got out?
People didn't know if it was like liquid ghost or what it was. People were shocked, bro. Yeah. I remember just people just mouth open. People someone guy he couldn't even move.
Was there?
You had to tag him, he got into a game of freeze tag. He didn't even know, the
shock of it all. Was there consequences for this 13-year-old pervert?
Not at that time. I'm sure. I think at that point people were afraid. Nobody wanted to rat the guy out.
So he went totally submerged, masturbated, submerged, and then came.
Oh no, he was just sitting there. We're all chatting.
Oh, so he's wanking,
but he's in there. Yeah.
There. Oh my God.
So he could have been homosexual as well. You know what I'm saying? It's the thing that's all boys there, but he was also a boy. If he was a man, it would have been way weird. But since he was a boy, I think it keeps him out of that pedophile.
It's always interesting, the ages where the government has to cut off. You just have to make an age for, laws. But really, it's a very gray, sweeping area. The whole
we'll let
between
you see
11
this fella jack off, but a week from now you can't watch.
Yeah.
But a week ago you couldn't watch him.
Right.
I'm wearing kind of a smock today, and I got some real church hair going on. But I want to let you know that people don't always realize that physical symptoms like headaches, teeth grinding, and even digestive issues can be indicators of stress. Man, I suffered from a lot of that over the past 2 years. I'm slowly figuring it out. Let's not forget that doom scrolling, sleeping too little, sleeping too much, undereating, overeating, a lot of issues people face. Well, stress can be cured or at least treated. BetterHelp is customized online therapy that offers video, phone, and even live chat sessions with your therapist. So you don't have to see anyone on camera if you don't want to. If you need help with your stress, if you need help with anything, just don't go the road alone. Try something, and that something can be BetterHelp. It's more affordable than in-person therapy. Give it a try. See if online therapy can help lower your stress. This podcast is sponsored by BetterHelp, and TPW listeners get 10% off their first month at betterhelp.com/Theo. That's BetterHelp.com/THEO. All right, I'm here to tell you guys that your hair is important. If you see people are losing their hair, people are losing their heads, you know? If ancient times, people would lose their whole head. And now, thankfully, people are only losing their hair, but it's still not cool unless you like not having it. But a lot of men don't like not having it, and that's why there is Keeps. Keeps. There are only 2 FDA-approved medications that can prevent hair loss, and Keeps offers both of them. That's right, 24/7 care and support. Keeps has a network of expert medical advisors, prescribers, and care specialists to support you in making your hair goals a reality. Treatments start at just $10 per month, and they offer generic versions of the 2 FDA-approved medications as well. I take these meds, and they help me. If you're ready to take action and prevent hair loss, go to KEEPS.com/Theo to receive your first month of treatment for free. That's KEEPS.com/Theo to get your first month free. Keeps.com/Theo. Yeah, I remember we talked about that last time you were here a little bit about just the first time we'd ever been involved in self-pleasure and just all that went on with that.
Well, you had a good memory. Yeah, I remember just like weird stuff happening when you're younger and your neighbor, you go to a neighbor, you're just interacting with another family, and you think your family's normal, and then you're like, oh, there's this whole other thing going on with some people.
Did you ever were you ever sneaking around anybody's house looking at people's mom's underpants or sister's underpants, anything like that, like at a birthday party or something? Because that kind of stuff happens a lot.
I'm sure. I'm trying to think of a specific story, but I'm sure there was always an interest in women's underwear. I remember I had under my bed, I would take out of the magazines women underwear ads.
Oh wow!
I remember my it was suddenly gone. Right? They never had a talk with me, but I think my dad probably thought I was gay, and then he was like, oh, he was probably relieved. Not that he was against gay people, but probably my life wouldn't be as hard because my mom had me singing and dancing. You know?
Yeah. I remember you shared some of that about your mom and the clowns and just
clowns. Yeah.
Really treating you like a marionette.
Lady, my sister dressed me up like a girl, and she called me Kylina for a lot of the time I was a child, and I was raised as a woman, and then
really?
I had to come out as a straight man, and it was tough. Yeah.
Oh my God! At what age? What age do you think you? Do you think there were people that thought this guy's a homosexual?
Probably. Yeah. I know I never said, but I would say I was into the theater. Oh, here's a story. This is a sign of the times.
Okay.
A guy came in, a peer educator in high school. And he's like, we're going to get all the groups together. Okay. So he's like, I'm going to write on the chalkboard the different groups we have at the school. You guys just shout them out.
Okay.
Jocks. Great. Okay. He writes jocks on the board. Cheerleaders. Okay. Smoking lounge. There's a smoking lounge group,
Oh, yeah.
And then someone went play gays. He's like, okay, play gays. Now they would never write that on the board, but it said play gays on. And I was the head. I was the president of the drama. I was the head play gay guy.
Oh, yeah.
And then they're like, now ask someone from another group a question.
Yeah.
And this girl from the cheerleader popular girls goes, what do you guys do on the weekends? Remember that? And I was like,
and did that make you feel scared?
Just I was why? I think I said we read plays.
Yeah, we try on different Willy Loman costumes. What's your problem?
Bitch. How about you invite me to a party?
I think if there's somebody that's in drama and they talk kind of if they talk a little weird, people will call them gays, probably.
Also being skinny. Like I was
Yes.
really tiny.
Oh,
And tiny.
did you wear sweaters
dancing.
too?
I wore sweaters. I even wore a turtleneck every now and then.
Oh God.
You know?
Yeah.
I didn't have any girlfriend in high school. I didn't know why. But I
Yeah,
figured
dude,
out
you were
later.
gay. You were gay. That's why.
Yeah.
I mean, you know,
That's probably
it's
what
okay.
happened.
I think there's probably a half hour to a couple months where everybody's gay at certain points in life, whether they act on it or not.
Yeah, just like
think.
fluid. Everyone's fluid.
Well, I think the river's just going, you know, since you're born.
Here's the thing that's a true test.
Okay.
Like, what are you looking up in your private time? Like, I've never had an interest to see like, you know, sexually a guy's cock and like guys. It just did not like enter my even curiosity. Like maybe this will do something. I always knew that was just not for me.
Yeah.
And
Yeah, same. 100%. I've never Googled fella cock or, you know, like guy or like
wait, will
brown
you Google
cock or
fella
whatever.
cock? See what happens?
Or brown boners. I've never Googled, you know, boy boners. I've never, I tell you this. I've watched a ton of porn. I've never even looked at the wieners in it.
Yeah, it's like that's my wiener. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah, or it's just, I've never looked at it.
I
What's
look
that
at
image
I
you're
look
pulling
at
up there?
the entrance.
What's that image? Oh. Yeah, I've never looked at that image before. I've
Yeah.
never. Can you name on one hand or two hands? And this is usually a gay test as well.
Alrighty.
How many wieners you've seen that aren't yours?
In real life.
Yeah.
Wow. Saw my dad's wiener, a flash of it.
Counts.
Jesus. I mean, I must have blocked him out because I must have seen more than my dad's wiener.
That's
Probably
insane.
like a urinal or something, but never.
Okay.
It was never like. No one's ever like, here's my dick. That's never happened to me.
Yeah,
You know,
that's
it was
cra-
like here's
Here's my
in my
dick, boy.
face kind of
Yeah.
thing. It was always like a flash shower or something. I know, like, oh yeah, like when you go to camp and everyone showers together. I saw a bunch of dicks there.
Oh.
Just, I mean, keep going.
Oh, damn! Really? You were looking down? Huh?
Yeah.
You're supposed to
No,
stay
you just like
shoulders up,
naturally,
baby.
you just go there and just someone's got to, you know, in the shower with a penis. But those aren't like hard cocks. Those are like shriveled shower dicks.
So passive dicks. Yeah.
How about you? What's aggressive? I just want aggressive dick count, not like passive shower. In your life,
I remember like getting like being under like a blanket or sitting like in a circle with some other naked boy when I was a kid. Just like,
yeah.
I don't know if we were naked or had bathing suits on, something that was just seemed a little homoerotic. And somebody's penis, I think I saw. But also, my brother's wiener I saw.
Oh yeah.
You know, if you have a brother, you're gonna see their wiener.
I
probably.
saw a flash of my brother's too once. Like, I don't even have a real picture of it.
Dude, there was a fucking dude one time that came. I remember when we were kids, we were waiting. My mom used to deliver all these newspapers to these different gas stations, right?
Mm-hmm.
And this dude came right up by the window and put his penis against it. And while we're sitting in the car, you know, and my brother and I were just like in the back seat, and so we kept fighting to get like furthest away from it. It almost became like a game, you know.
That's a guy thing to like. Here's my penis. Rarely women are like, will like put a vagina against a window and be like, look at this. It's always a guy thing.
Yeah, guys. There's something funny about having something to show people too. But
My friend had this guy when he was like 12. He was like masturbating with a blanket over him, and I was talking my other friend down. We're all in the same room,
like a magician.
yeah, like a magician. And my other friend suddenly made his face. He was like, blank, stop, turn up. And I was like, don't. I'm trying to like be the the peacemaker.
Do you know the guy's name?
Yeah. I just don't want to say it.
Yeah, can I guess it though? Just give me one guess.
Which guy are you guessing? The guy upset or the guy who?
The guy who's jerking off.
Okay, go ahead.
This is gonna be tough. Rick.
Yep. No, it was
Damn.
it was John.
Yeah, sure it was. Okay, sorry, I messed your story up. Go on.
No, I think that was the whole story.
Oh, it was? Dude, I don't like the crazy thing is you suddenly have this crazy gun on your body that like makes, you know, like
really bad bullets.
Yeah.
Ineffective firing
but it's
tool.
fun and it's cool, you know?
But also, there's a lot of shame that's
totally.
pushed upon you.
Totally. Well, you also don't know. You know, we had a guy call in recently and said that his brother taught him how to masturbate, and I thought that there was some value in that because then it's like it's almost like tribal. Like I'm going to show.
No.
You don't feel it.
No
huh?
one taught you. Did someone teach you? I think
No.
I'd want to be taught.
No, a magazine or something looking at something dirty. That's what it is. Because you find something hidden, then you look at it, then you go hide whatever caused you to do it. So then you're like, it's this real game of hide and go seek with people that, you know, or your parents or wherever, teachers.
Yeah. I just can't imagine now like what they have at their, you know, like I was saying, like bras was it mainly, like underwear pictures.
Did you ever cop a bra or something from someone and keep that as like a memento, kind of like, you know?
I think had the opportunity, I probably would have. I think that would interest me. Fear of getting, you know, someone noticing, getting caught.
Were you making love in high school or anything like that?
I could not. I literally was like so tiny and skinny, and I was like, the way I got to girls, like I was like a clown. I was clowning, and then they would tell me about the guy they liked, and I just would have to go home and be like, fake. I was always like secretly in love with someone that had no idea, and I would listen to like Phil Collins songs and get sad.
Damn, boy.
And I was Uncle Albert in this Mary Poppins, you know? You know, Uncle Albert is a humiliating part. You're just ridiculous.
It sounds unbelievably tough to be.
This girl I was in love with, she wrote me a letter, and I was excited about it. And she wrote, "You make the perfect Uncle Albert." And I cried because I realized she just thinks I'm just like a clown.
Oh.
But then later we ended up dating like 10 years, 15 years later, we ended up dating.
It is funny how you get those chances years later, you know?
It's really great.
Yeah.
It's really great.
It's funny how years later, those opportunities, that train comes back around. It's a little worn down, you know, and the train definitely has a lot of, uses a lot of spray tanner, but it comes back through town.
Yeah, you had that. Were you kind of a popular kid in high school, or?
I was doing fine.
Yeah,
I was doing fine, but I think my confidence was so low.
Really?
You know? Yeah, and I had acne too, and so I get in junior high I had bad acne.
Okay.
So I'd be afraid to even like make certain letters of the alphabet because pimples would pop on my face just from the pressure of it. My skin was so tight because they put me on retinol or Tinactin or something.
Yep.
So, and I'd put everything on my face. I was so scared, you know, I was like trying to use anything we had at the house to get my skin better. And I would just be doused up, and so my skin would be so tight that if I fucking hit, you know,
you just start bleeding. It was that bad.
it would just a pimp. You know, you hit a strong, consonant, you know, batch of consonants or something.
Yeah.
You know, or an alliteration or something, and bam, you fire off a little pore with fire. You know, you pop a pimple. You're just so scared to talk to somebody because you thought a pimple was gonna pop and hit them.
Yeah.
So then you're kind of talking from back. You just fucking weird shit, you know, all in my head. Meanwhile, other dudes with pimples are banging and fucking touching ass and everything.
We had a retreat to some island, and it was like 7th grade, and it all coupled off. And then it was like I was just with this group of guys that we just know girls liked us, and I just was like, because that's the age where you go, oh, girls don't like me. Like 7th grade, you go, oh, fuck. You know?
Yeah.
Or like I was in the mirror at a Gap store, and it's like the 3-way mirror, and I saw like my nose had just exploded off my face. It was just like, see you later. And I was like, God damn it.
And that's where usually ends up with drugs or alcohol. Or usually say you're standing around a fire, everybody else is coupled off. You're there. There's a couple other fucking nerds, but people that aren't getting no action there. That's usually when somebody picks up a stick, fucking hits. You know what I'm saying? Like there's some people start letting their anger out.
Yeah.
Somebody fucking beats somebody with a stick. Somebody starts, you know, doing homemade coke. Like people that's when. Once you start realizing you were rejected, that's when that batch of misfits starts.
But I tell you, you never get away from it. Let's say you're really popular in high school. The pain will eventually hit you. You're gonna get older. And like for me, you know, I started old, it didn't hit me. I already got hit when I was younger. So it's just a matter of time.
But did you have a chance though? Was there a chance though, Kyle? I feel like you had to have a chance with a woman at some point in high school, and you could have played it differently.
I could have played it differently?
Yeah.
Yeah. Oh, I go back in my head like, oh, that girl liked me and fucking put it together.
Yeah.
I saw a boob when I was in, I think, 10th grade.
Amen.
In the moonlight. It was great. I actually hooked up, like, I'm kind of underplaying. My junior year, I hooked up a couple of times. Didn't have sex, but it was one of the things where
we all doing oral sex?
No. I did in high school get oral sex. Yes,
there you go.
I did. Senior year.
Yeah.
But anyway, it was very hit and miss.
Yeah.
I've had a girlfriend a long time now. I've gone on dates, but I haven't had a girlfriend like 3.5 years.
Weren't you dating some Swedish lady? Spade said something about that.
Swedish?
Or something. Amsterdamian or something?
No. We went out with these, maybe let's talk about that.
Didn't you and Schumer used to date? Did you guys date?
No, I really hope that, like, I gotta wipe my internet search.
Is that out there?
It's like the first 90,000 Googles of me. And
No,
it's like, we
really?
never were boyfriend and girlfriend. It's almost like it's like, it doesn't matter what I say. That's the internet is what the truth
determines.
is.
Isn't that crazy?
Yeah.
It's like, it doesn't
all right.
even matter what you say or what's going on. Whatever the internet has logged into it.
You go, okay.
That's the power
my
of
life.
PR and everything. It's like, this is the truth.
Mm-hmm.
It's like somebody has cornered the market on the truth.
Yeah.
That's what's unbelievable about these people that own these websites and stuff. It's like, it just feels unbelievable that they own the power of what's true or not anymore.
And also, mistruth travels 6 times faster than the truth in general. It's the truth is usually not as interesting. So and people want clicks. So
yeah,
it's just set up to send out the wrong information.
Oh yeah.
And there's no stopping it. So that's just how it is.
Did you when you have sex, are you more like the attack dog, or are you more like do you do it from like more of like are you more of like a
see, attack dog, that sounds like that sounds like trouble. I don't attack anybody.
Yeah, no, I'm not saying that. I'm not saying like you were a predator. Sorry. Are you more of like a onward? Are you playing like a defensive? Are you more of like a defensive fucker, you think?
Are we talking like during like actual sex or like
during actual sex, man? Game on, whistles blown.
I gotta say, I wouldn't say I'm hurting anybody, but I would say that I'm an initiator. I'm not sitting back.
Right.
Yeah.
Okay.
I would think that would be a little effeminate to just kind of lie there and have a woman sort of.
The worst, I think, is if you fuck and cross your legs at the same time. Like
How do you do that?
I don't know. I've definitely seen images of guys like very passive men, French men or whatever it is, and that seems very effeminate to me.
Well, in a relationship, if you're having sex, I think there can be. I've definitely had times where it's like phoning in a little bit.
Oh,
and that's a little passive, but that's
it's
natural. Are you in a relationship? Do you have a girlfriend right now?
No, dude. No, I've been in and out of some dating, and all of it has been a nightmare. It's all good. I've been dating a lot.
You do. I'm sure you do well. I get like my DMs are like all dudes, like 99% just dudes. And I go to shows. My shows are like, which I'm happy to have people come to my show, but like it is like all dudes and then like older women.
Really?
Like women between 20 and 35, like. Do not come to my shows. They don't come.
We got to get them out there.
I got a tour coming up, and
do you?
I'll send you the numbers back of the ratios. Like YouTube will say like your percentage of who watches you. Yeah, and it just says like 99 dudes on my YouTube thing.
What you don't? So you don't? Well, let's finish. Was Megyn Kelly cool? And where does she tape her show?
She does a Sirius XM show, and it's on YouTube.
Oh, cool.
And yeah, she was really cool. Nice.
I gotta go do it.
Yeah, you should do it. She's cool.
Yeah, I would like to go. Yeah. Is she hot in person? Is she attractive?
Well, I zoomed.
You zoomed?
But she's attractive, yeah.
Wow, did she feel hot? Did she feel flirty at all or no?
She brought her husband up like twice, so I'd say no.
Oh, buzzkill, huh?
Yeah.
And have they been married a long time, you think?
Yeah, I think, yeah.
Wow. Huh.
She's not saying, maybe you're not doing it.
No, I would still do it. But did you ever have a job as like a lifeguard or something? I could see you doing like, did you ever try to take a job that would change the way that women looked at you? Like, all right, I'm going to do this. I'm going to do like a, boat captain assistant, or I'm going to do like a, assistant manager or something.
I mean, the theater thing was like, initially it was like a lot of girl driven. you know.
Oh, because you're going to go there to find women.
Yeah, they set you up and you dance with them, and it's like, you know, it's a good mingle.
Yeah, I could see. I guess that's true.
And I also, getting into like theater, and then also like you're usually like one of the only straight men in the group. You know,
if you can sneak in, the straight guy in theater.
Yeah, like when I got to New York and I started doing that, it was slim pickings for the women. I felt bad for the women. I was like, this is it. You know.
So did you feel more of a confidence then?
Yeah.
But at the first day, you're like, oh my God, a lot of these men are attractive men. But then you start to realize, Reginald's gay. You know, Alan's gay.
Right.
You know, and you're like, Jesus, this is getting better and better. So suddenly you're damn Rick Fox or whatever.
Yeah, but I don't have that there's no group anymore. I'm alone. I do my show in my house alone, and I do stand up alone.
You run your show, man. Your show's unbelievable, man. Everything you do is like another level of creative. It's really fascinating to watch you work and to just witness it.
Thank you.
We had a question that came in actually about your show. Let's throw one of these at you here.
Let's see the questions. I had to take this week off. It's to do a live sketch every week with very little help is insane. Okay, here we go.
Hey, what's up, Kyle and Theo? I was wondering, I love your guys' shit, doing really, really funny stuff out there. But I was wondering, Kyle, what is your favorite character to do? And they're all surprisingly accurate. But I was wondering what your preference is. All right.
All right.
Be good to yourselves.
Gang, baby, thank you.
I like doing Alec Baldwin right now.
Yeah?
Alec Baldwin. And Jeff Goldblum is fun.
How do you do one? Can you teach me how to do one, or is it?
Yes. Like people talk in a certain range of notes. You have to have a relative pitch, be able to hear notes.
Okay.
So I don't know if you have that, and then you have to kind of like be able to manipulate your voice box a little bit.
Okay.
I think I talked about what a crazy long neck I have.
You do?
A freak. I hurt my neck, and I had a dream I was twisting off this top of a Coke can top, and I woke up with my hands around my neck. I was like twisting my neck. Anyway, I went to the doctor, and they took an X-ray, and he was rubbing his chin looking at my X-ray. I'm dying. The doctor's like this, and then he calls another guy in, and I'm like, what the fuck do I have? And he's like, and I go, what's wrong? What is it? And he goes, you have the neck of a 7-foot man.
Wow.
Yeah. But it helps me because I can move my voice box so anyway, like people usually speak in like a 4 to 5 note range. Pretty,
Also pretty gay move by for one man to bring another man into the room to look at him freaking man's neck drawing or something. That's insanely homoerotic, I feel like.
It was very homoerotic.
Yeah, it's like, hey, Ron, get in here, man.
Yeah.
Look what this guy's got here. That almost feels more like invasive. Somebody looking at your X-ray and not asking you, thinking show it to somebody else feels very invasive.
So much dead silence too. All right, I'll teach you how to do Jeff Goldblum. All right.
Okay.
Jeff Goldblum has a very large range, which is kind of unusual.
So it's like you're down here, yes,
and he goes way up here like that. So you go, yeah, like that.
Yeah.
Dinosaurs. Yes.
Dinosaurs.
That's really good.
Yeah. Yes.
But. And then we do a whisper like a but. Jeff, what's your favorite dinosaur?
Oh, well, thank you for asking. I would say, Triceratops.
That's really good. That's really good. I'm not
Thanks,
kidding,
man. I got to ask you, why are you paying insane amounts of money every month for wireless? Huh? Why? Switching to Mint Mobile is the easiest way to save this year. Mint Mobile, they'll help. They've wanted the first company to sell premium wireless service online only. Mint Mobile lets you maximize your savings with plans starting at just $15 a month. For people looking for extra savings this year, Mint Mobile. Choose the amount of monthly data that's right for you and stop paying for data you never use. Switch to Mint Mobile. Get premium wireless service. That's right. To get your new wireless plan for just $15 a month and get the plan shipped to your door for free, go to mintmobile.com/THEO. That's Mint, MINT, mobile.com/THEO. mintmobile.com/Theo. Cut your wireless bill to $15 a month at mintmobile.com/Theo. For most of us, learning a second language in high school wasn't easy. Or hell, we'd all be speaking a second language, but most people don't know more than one language, no matter what language they are, ethnicity. That's why Babbel teaches bite-sized language lessons that you can actually use in the real world. It's the language app that sold more than 10 million subscriptions. There's an addictively fun and easy way to learn a new language, and that is Babbel. Their 15-minute lessons make it the perfect app to learn a new language on the go. Plus, Babbel's speech recognition technology helps you to improve your pronunciation and accent. There are so many ways to learn with Babbel. In addition to lessons, you can access podcasts, games, videos, stories, and even live classes. Plus, it comes with a 20-day money-back guarantee. Start your new language learning journey today. That's right. Right now, save up to 60% off your subscription when you go to babbel.com/Theo. That's babbel.com/THEO for up to 60% off your subscription. Babbel, language for life. The only one I've ever done has been Morgan Freeman.
Oh, yeah, you have his timbre.
And
Morgan Freeman.
They said it would take a man 600 years to get out of this here prison, but Andy Dufresne did it in less than 20. He crawled through a sludge and blah, blah, blah.
And blah, blah, blah.
My voice is close to some people. Like Bill Maher's easy is like close to my. Okay, people, I'm right in the same range.
Yeah.
New rule.
I saw him the other night at a party, and he's the weirdest looking guy.
Dude.
He's a strange looking man.
Some people, he has been bothered by me in just random ways. I hear about. I was in Whole Foods. A lady came up to me and she goes, "I have to tell you, I was a stewardess on a private plane with Bill Maher." And I went up to him and I said, "Kyle Dunnigan does a really good impression of you." And his face dropped and he turned away from me, didn't talk to me. And then she was told to go in the back of the plane and not talk to him again.
No.
Yeah, and he was on Rogan, and he brought me up out of nowhere. He goes, "That guy does a terrible. You had some guy on who does a terrible impression of me." And then Joe was like, "No, he doesn't. Play it." And then Bill goes, "If you play that, I'm leaving." Like he really doesn't know. And then AJ Benza told
He's
me
such
he
a
played.
pussy. But you notice he tries to get a lot more like conservative, like low key. I think he sees where the audience is at, and so he tries to. You see it over the past year. I feel like.
Yeah,
but at least he's brave enough to say stuff. That's one thing about him. That's definitely.
I agree with a lot of what he says.
Yeah,
and I feel like.
But he's definitely shifting more. I think because he sees that there's no end in the other thing. There's no end in like this. Let's just keep pointing fingers at each other and saying everything is off limits.
Yeah. Why does it have to be teams? Can you answer this question for me? Because why does there be a Democrat, Republican? Why are there two teams? I'm sure there's a reason that I don't understand, but can't we just have a guy and then have people that like have issue to issue?
I think. Well, we used to have that.
What is that?
That's what politics. It used to just be like everybody kind of had a guy, but you kind of supported whoever the president was. And then I don't know what that is. That kind of changed. It's really interesting. I don't know. I don't know if it was just so much of like the power of social media and the media like pitting us against each other with like different clips, because that's what really does it. People see a clip and then they latch onto it.
But even before the media, there was Democrat, Republicans, or like
right.
You're this or you're that, and then like you have pressure to stay with your team. Like there shouldn't be any of that. It should be just like. Also, the way we elect the president should be. I would like to. Change the rules of that.
Yeah, well, I think a lot of it's kind of archaic, It's old news. They're doing shit like, 13 original colonies kind of stuff. They need to evolve it a little bit.
We should big brother the presidents. Like you get people, first you do like a sort of a intelligence test, then you do like a psychology test, then you do, vet them completely, all this stuff. And then you put them all together for like a month and we just watch them survive and go, this guy, brilliant.
Yeah.
He can handle pressure. That guy.
Yeah.
That's what we do.
Have Julie Chen interview him like once every 2 weeks.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Check in. I mean, to be a successful politician, you have to lie. You have to be a liar.
Right.
But yeah,
But you get to know who people are when you see them for an extended period of time.
Yeah.
You start to be like, oh, this guy's like that. This guy's like that.
and in tough situations. I mean, same thing with a bachelor. The bachelor should not be them on vacation. It should be them like having to do their taxes or like just them in a closet for a while where they can't shower.
Late for a flight, or there's only cold water this week.
This
things
challenge
like that.
is you're late for a flight.
Yeah.
That's really good. There was this one of those we almost died shows, you know those? I shouldn't be alive.
Oh,
And
yeah.
They were
But they are pussies.
Yeah. So they were on the first date, right?
Yeah.
Which is you're trying to be cool and whatever. They get off this gondola and they're like, let's explore like fucking idiots the wrong way. So they get on the wrong side of the mountain. The gondola leaves without them. They can't find their way back to the gondola. Now they're just like trenching through just vast wilderness, okay?
And who's leading? Does it say a man or woman?
It's a man trying to be a man, okay? And she's there. And then she says she wakes up in the morning. She doesn't want her breath to be bad. You know, their lives are in danger, but you're on this date still.
Oh, that's
you know, it's
true. The
tough.
date is still
It's like,
going on.
Yeah, it's like, maybe we'll get rescued. And like, I don't have bad breath and gross, smell like shit. So now they just like, they finally find this like tent. They run to it like tent. Maybe there's like a hiker.
Oh,
and there's just a skeleton there, like a dead guy, okay? And he's a experienced climber guy. And he's got a journal, and the journal's like, there's no way out of this. I can't get out of this canyon. There's no way out. I've tried, blah, blah, blah. And they're like, this guy couldn't get out of here? We're going to die. And by now they're fighting. They're not even with each other.
No.
That's how mad they were and annoyed. Because you need each other to survive. They were like, go over there. I hate you.
And that was a TV show?
This show was like
About a real life.
documenting. Yeah, it's one of those like, I shouldn't be alive. So now they're dead and they're just starving. And then this guy gets a brilliant idea. What do you think it is? He saves them.
He saves
their lives. What does he do?
What does he do? It's a man, and they're on a mountain.
Man, he saves her life.
Wow.
She still doesn't fuck him.
Unbelievable.
No.
Your mom fucked your dad, dude, to give you a life.
Yeah.
Somebody saves your life, they get a fuck.
Something. What about a hot tub hand job?
Yeah, huh? What about busting out from front of some children in the only hot tub in Louisiana?
Boil.
Bro, I'm saying this, bro, and this is what I'm saying. What the man does is, I believe that he gets them to sing at the top of their lungs.
Wow. No, man. That's not it at all.
That's a bad guess, too.
That's a waste of energy. You want me to tell you?
Yeah.
He starts. Can you guess from there?
Masturbate.
Nope. A forest fire. Fucking brilliant, right?
Legend.
He's like, I'm gonna burn it down, and just like starts this huge fire, and
Then people will come. All the vegans come running.
Yeah.
What's going on?
You kill these trees. Yeah. That's the toughest job, being a firefighter. Like when these fires happen, and they have to go in there, and then it can blow your direction. You're just engulfed. You're sucking in that soot all day.
Yeah.
They drop those guys out there.
Yeah.
I have an idea. Like I have a lot of time on my hands. You know, they drop the water, comes out, and it kind of just sprays out.
Mm-hmm.
Put them all in giant water balloons. Then it explodes on the ground.
Oh.
Is that a good idea?
I think it's a great idea.
Or one giant water balloon, and it splashes on the water instead of a mist, because a mist hits the water, that hits the fire.
Yeah.
Like that.
It's interesting, man. It's interesting to see how to know which one would be what. You know, that's real interesting.
Brilliant though, that guy to start a forest fire.
Yeah.
And simple.
And they
It's a
probably
simple
billed
idea.
him for it. The worst part, though, he's probably still paying for it. Still paying for that
he's in
date.
jail.
God.
Yeah, I guess you gotta let him off the hook.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Do you see? We had a question that came in. Let's get back to that question.
Back to the questions. Okay. Here's a lady.
Oh, here she is, beautiful young lady.
Mm-hmm.
Hi, Kyle. I am one of your biggest fans. I'm seriously obsessed with you. You're
That's
amazing.
nice.
Such a brilliant comedic mind, and
Thank you.
that's just the flattery portion. But I do
Let's
have a
stop
question,
the
which
tape.
is, I'm curious about how you construct your sketches, because they always feel, they're these like outlandish concepts, but they never feel like too cartoonish, and I don't know how you do that with some of these characters that you create. But I'm curious because I do feel like you have mastered the sort of language of subtlety in your comedy as well as being really over the top. And I was curious, like, how do you know when the sketch is complete? Because I feel like there is an art to that. And it seems like you are really good at knowing sort of how long it needs to be and when the joke has sort of run its course. So yeah, thank you.
There you go.
I mean, is there any way to answer this without sounding like a total douchebag?
I don't know.
Like analyzing your comedy it's hard to win.
It is. And we can even take this out if it's not.
Oh no, it's a sweet question.
It's a very sweet question.
And she seems very sweet. Well, I'll tell you the one thing I do, which I don't think other people can because I shoot so cheaply.
Yeah.
Is I will like shoot something and have an idea and shoot it like raw and like bad. And I'll sleep on it and I'll watch it the next day and be like, oh, that doesn't need to be like that. And I have like a fresh thought. I also ask if I'm having trouble with something. This helps with a lot of things now is you sort of like give it to your subconscious to figure out and go to bed. I think a lot of, because you really, your ideas kind of pop into your conscious. Like, it does come from your subconscious, the thoughts. That you get.
Your brain's really a great thing. We forget that.
Yeah, and just let it run. I think like trying to, intellectualize things, I don't really get good stuff out of that. That's usually the, not as creative stuff. And then in terms of, I edit way down. I try to take out anything not needed. Sketch takes a lot of time. Like I take a lot of time. Like something that taking me like 15 hours or when I do the fresh press, I do these like 8-minute shorts. Those take like over 100 hours of editing and whatever, reworking.
And you like to do it all yourself?
Well, yeah. I mean, I also write with my friend John Bush and Kurt Metzger, and we they're all invaluable. And then this girl Jessica Montez does kind of produces it. Jessica. So it's really a team effort. And I cracking like an impression. I'll like take somebody. I want to. They're in the news. And I'll try to get them. And there's a certain, thing that you sort of grab onto, and I can either do it or I can't do it. But can't do too many women. I just can't get my voice up high enough.
You do the Dashians.
Yeah, but it's like fake.
Right.
And yeah, baby.
Right. It's like, yeah, baby.
Yeah, baby. Well, he was born biologically a man, so
true.
It's easier to do.
He's cheating. Mm-hmm. Do you, what's a celeb you've tried to get that you haven't nailed yet, but you're not going to give up on? Is there one?
I feel like Jeff Bezos I could do, but I feel like people don't really care enough about him at this point, but at some point maybe.
Yeah, it's hard to know anything. I wouldn't know anything he's said or done enough,
It's pushed me to do so many doing the show every week and the Instagram before that. I pushed me so hard to do impressions, which I'm glad because, with like stand up or whatever, you're not like pushed to work. I work all the time.
Yeah.
This is like the first few days I took off because I just was like tapped out. But I must love it because I work. There's some like weeks I wake up, I work all day and edit. I collapse. I wake up, I work all day, edit. That's why I don't have a social life is because of that. But
well, you love your work. You chose your work as your partner.
Yeah, I know.
But it's interesting. People kind of don't realize that sometimes.
Yeah, it does take up. It is like a relationship almost. But the editing I could do without so much editing. That takes up most of my days.
Yeah. Would it be possible to get but it's hard to get somebody to acutely do what you desire and get your real voice really dialed out.
That's the problem. I'm so used to doing everything like myself that, it's hard for an editor to come in. I'm working with a guy now who does a good job.
Yeah.
But it's hard.
Do you think, well, you do a great job, man. It's really
Thank you.
unprecedented, the type of stuff you do and how creative it is. And just that you're your own TV show, it's unbelievable, really. I'm watching your stuff and I'm like, this is unbelievable. Because I feel that you're sitting there doing it. I don't feel that there's like
No, there is
a go-between fella, some little henchman or henchwoman or, or pen swimmer that's sitting there, doing the strokes for you.
Yeah, I keep going this is my last week. I keep wanting to quit every week. And I don't think there's anyone else doing a live sketch show on YouTube.
And your audience has been growing.
Yeah, it's been growing. That kind of keeps me going.
That's amazing.
Audience growing. Because if that stopped, I think I would just have to take
take your life, Bob.
Mm-hmm. But we have the number one in YouTube magazine, the number one. I'm making this up.
In YouTube Mag?
There's no YouTube magazine.
Well, I got a pack of YouTube trading cards the other day, and I saw
what? Really?
Yeah, there was one of you in there. I think it was, I don't know what it was. One of your characters.
I'd like to get YouTube trading cards. We have the number one and the last place live sketch show on YouTube. I don't think there's any other ones.
I know y'all were runner up a couple times.
Mm-hmm. I think it's insane. I mean, we look at SNL. There's like 30 writers, and they work round the clock. And it's because sketch is not those are the greatest sketch writers in the country. I mean, they scour the country.
Yeah.
It's just
it's
really
amazing.
hard to write good sketch. I envy like what you've created because you can, have an hour of content and just, hang out with your buddies and stuff. And then you build a huge audience.
Yeah, it's
break.
definitely been interesting. But I think the big thing is just creating something and doing it. That's all it is. And it's like you can only create, like I get envious of what you created, man. It's just like because it feels so creative now. Like even 2 years ago, it was like, oh, this is so like
you were
avant-garde.
You were an early person who came into Craig's News. I remember you said, which I always remember because it really was true. You said, I don't know who this is for.
Yeah.
Which it still is kind of like that. Like it's got like puppets in it. And then
well, yeah, you had that girl looking at the pickle and the ice cream the other day. It's like, is this a chill? It's like...
Yeah, right.
It's the perfect show because we're all devolving into children anyway, man. It's like it's all becoming. We're all stuck on this mountain looking for to start a forest fire. We're all on a bad date with ourselves. It's like it's all devolving. It feels like so.
I just want to keep cranking out the material, and I just worry. I worry I'm going to dry up because
take breaks.
Yeah, I got a break this week.
Yeah, you have to take breaks.
But you get punished online for taking breaks. Like I took a break like a couple months ago, and it's like I lose 35% of my audience. I take 3 weeks off, like 35 to like spend time to get that back. Like, it's huge.
But otherwise you die, man. Like I've struggled in the past years of just like I did 2 episodes a week for like a year, 2 years, I think.
Yeah, and
almost killed myself.
Yeah.
Like I just had no things left to even think or say.
Yeah. You got a great thing going.
Thanks,
and your
dude.
shows, your live shows are killer. Are you still on tour right now?
We got a new tour coming up, a couple new legs of it anyway. So now I just do it in little legs, things I can manage, I just need things to be manageable right now. That's the biggest thing.
Yeah.
And try to find creative guests right now. And then trying to get some help. I'm trying to get some help on the producer front. I need, it's like I start to realize I need more help. I need more.
Yeah, delegating is a thing where I'm now, because I realized I had to delegate, and it's hard if you haven't done it before. I'm not good at it yet. I'm trying to get better.
Yeah. We just started kind of looking for some help or trying to figure that out, you know?
Yeah.
Because, you think you can kind of handle things, and then you're like, oh, I really need to get some help.
You don't realize when you're about to need to go to the hospital. It's like it sneaks up on you.
Yeah.
Yeah. Do you have an assistant?
I just started getting somebody to help me with like kind of day-to-day stuff.
That's huge. Like I can't, like I lost like some Bitcoin.
Oh, and you got to find it.
That's stressing me out. Like have someone else find that.
It'll take you a month.
Yeah.
And then you're trying to guess those 13 keywords.
well, I guess it got stolen. I think it was in Cash App, and I was sending it to this poker site.
Oh,
it's dirty. I don't play a lot, but anyway, I was sending over Bitcoin, and it just fucking disappeared. And but they're both like, we don't know, and I'm like, okay, bye. I guess there goes $1,000.
Yeah, dude, I was buying some psychedelic, microdosing capsules because I was getting off antidepressants and I was buying some of those online and I got scammed out.
Oh, really?
$179. Yeah, some dude took me up in Snohomish or somewhere up in Washington.
$179?
Yeah.
Yeah, you'll recover.
Hurts still though.
It does hurt. That's like, I don't know, a lot of packs
It
of gum.
stings. Yeah, it just stings when you know somebody's cheating you. Have you seen the Alpinist, man? The Alpinist? That movie?
Alpinist? No.
Climbing movie?
No, I'd like that. I like those. Does he do the thing without any ropes? Because that bothers me.
It's so good, man. How high do you think you could probably climb?
I mean, it depends on the steepness of the. I couldn't climb anything if it was like straight up. We're talking about like a. What are we talking about here?
How high can someone climb? Can you Google that?
Oh, you're saying like physically breathe, like 25,000.
If you had to climb, say somebody right now is like, climb, boy, climb.
Where,
you know?
I'm like, how steep is this? What's the amount?
It's you're straight up. You're going up a
Straight
ladder.
Oh,
It's a
climb
ladder.
up a ladder.
Well,
That's
let's
straight
say
up and
ladder
down.
just to get the idea. What is the answer here? How
This is a crazy question. How high can I climb?
What does that say there? Can you zoom in on it a
You
little?
start
Sorry, I can't
dying
see
at
it.
around 20,000 feet. It starts 21,000 feet. It gets really
Humans
bad.
have survived for years at 5,950 meters.
I hate when they do that. Okay, times that times 3. Okay, we're talking like 18,000 feet.
Yeah. Which is the highest recorded
19,500
permanently tolerable altitude. So how high do you think you could climb? This is 8 feet.
It's
here.
about living there. Like how long I could climb up there and breathe for a little while.
But at what point when you're climbing do you start to have that moment where you look down and your body stops climbing? That's what I want to know.
This is the variables involved in your scenario are there's a huge gap. I mean, there's so many variables that I need answers to.
I got this one then. How high do you think you could climb, right? This is a good one. Okay. Actually, let's finish this one, then I got a good one.
Okay.
Or do you think you could climb, say you had a jingle bell, right? Hanging from a little rope off your chin.
Okay.
How high do you think you could climb without it ringing at all?
Like, okay, is it really tied tight? Is it swinging? Is it breezy out? Like,
It's not breezy.
there's no wind.
Zero wind. I would say there is 3/4 of an inch of thread.
Okay, is it a rocky terrain?
No, you're just on a ladder.
A ladder?
It's steel ladder.
I would say maybe like a mile. I could probably get a mile up.
Without making it ring?
No, dude. I don't think it would ring.
Wow, man, that's
what
awesome.
were you thinking? Thanks, dude. What were you thinking?
I thought 20 feet.
No.
You know how slow you would have to go to not get the thing.
You don't got to go slow. You got to go smooth. That's what you're
One
wrong.
jingle, dude. One thought of
Look
Christmas.
how fast. I'm not even moving my head. You just got to move your limbs quickly.
Would you be scared you would hit your head on one of the rungs and that would ring it? Would you climb with your face out to the side?
I would probably bring it back a little, tuck the chin. I got a thing like that would really blow your mind. I'd put the bell in my mouth. If it's like dangling a couple inches, I'm going all the way.
But then you have one little breathing mishap or this or that, and you're running that
Hear a
risk.
whistle?
Yeah.
I used to boulder climb, which I would like to get back to. You ever do that?
No, but you should get out there. I could see a lot of women being out there for you.
I don't talk to people in public. Even when I do shows, I leave right after. I just feel
Really?
I just feel really uncomfortable just going up to a stranger. It's just weird to go up to a stranger. It's weird.
But that's all getting married is just going up to a stranger
That's why I'm not married. I don't
that you've
meet
known
stranger.
for a while.
Yeah. Well, no, I think the best way is you're working with a person. So we're not in an office. You know, Theo, you and Jane work on that report, and then you work on the report, and you're like, oh, this report, and then you rag on the boss, and you guys laugh, and you rag on the other guy in the office, and then you hook up one night, and you've known each other for 6 months, and that's good.
Yeah.
Then you get married.
Yeah.
Not this nonsense we do. And then also they've seen you perform. That's a weird.
Yeah.
I don't know.
Have you ever sent like a DM to a celebrity or just to a woman?
I've DM'd, but I don't think out of the blue, like, hey, I saw your pictures. I've never done that.
Yeah. I've done like, hey, I saw you somewhere.
Like as a lie, you'll say that?
No, I really did see him somewhere.
Oh, okay. Yeah.
But they didn't write back.
Oh, maybe I didn't see it.
They saw it.
You're a catch, dude. You got everything going for you. I really think that.
Well, that's nice of you, man.
I think you
Too
do
bad one of
anything
us
you
isn't a
want.
fucking woman, dude.
Dude, we'd be fucking, dude.
Are you kidding me?
Dude, we'd be in a relationship.
We'd
Long
be
term.
fucking right here, dog.
You'd meet my mom, dude.
Yeah, dude. She'd tie little strings around me and keep me in a
my
room
mom
like
would
this.
love you.
Dude, I get so worried about just where the world's heading. Are you worried about it?
Yes and no. I feel like I've had such a good run. I'm kind of like, okay. Do you know what I mean?
Right, but I'm talking about the next two gens.
Yeah, like I feel bad, but I kind of don't care. I probably, if I thought about it, would care, but I don't think about it at all. I mean, it's funny how the news puts something in front of you to care about. Every night there's a billion people go to bed hungry.
Yeah.
You know, but then we decide like this is a march for this or this now, the Ukraine thing, all very important stuff. But it's like there's never a march for starving children. There's always some horrible things happening. It kind of numbs you out. Like, what are we doing? What is CNN telling me I need to be worried about today? Because there's horror everywhere, which is the horror we're going to focus on now. It was like, you know, Black Lives Matter for a while, then it went to COVID, now it's on Ukraine. And it's like, okay, there's going to be a next thing.
People are getting burnt out of it, I think. Do you think that?
Ukraine or COVID?
All of
for
the whole
sure.
thing. Like, hey, this news fear, the value of getting all this information is... We are getting it. We don't care.
Totally.
We don't care. But at the same time, we are addicted to it.
I know.
So that's the tough part.
Well, that's the thing where you get on a team, you feel like it's part of your identity. You're like, you know, I'm part of this cause, which is good. You know, it's all like good stuff to help problems. But shouldn't like the number one cause every day be like, there's starving children dying?
Right.
Like that should be our number one top story.
Totally.
And then we'll go, okay, this other thing. But that's not how it is.
Yeah.
Okay.
And I wonder, like, people don't even care about things like Santa that much or anything.
No one
anymore.
cares about Santa anymore.
Isn't
No
that
one
crazy?
even talks about him.
Isn't that crazy?
Yeah, like he's mad. Comes and
Santa
gives
was
everyone
the
presents.
thing.
Yeah. Are you worried about the future? Yes. I would assume since you asked that question, you're worried about it.
Yeah. I guess I am. I'm just worried about, it used to feel really neat to be human. And I don't know if we as a society value it enough more than the people in control value it enough as much as they value like power and money.
Well,
and so they're willing to sacrifice everything. They're willing to let it really whittle away.
you know what I think the underlying problem to all of that is we don't face death. It sounds incongruent. It doesn't seem like that tracks, but the fact that we are the first species where we know we're going to die, like, of course you have to put that species on medication. Like, if you just went to another planet, like, here's a species you just found out, they'd have to be very religious, and because it's just too psychologically upsetting. And then you have this energy, you're pushing that down. You got to focus it on something else, like we do. Cultures like ours that idolize celebrity are generally the most unhappy, you know, and it's generally they most push away death. I mean, those two things are equally correlated. There's other cultures that they bring the dead out, and it's a whole thing for a long time.
Yeah.
And they're less stressed out in general, and they don't like understand, you know, celebrity as much or revere it. It's kind of like an immortal thing when you think about celebrity. It's like this way of like, see, we live forever, but everything's so incredibly temporary.
Yeah, we don't really tap into the reality of it. We create this kind of pseudo reality of life through celebrity, or like of longevity through celebrity. Is that what you're saying?
Yeah, and I'm kind of torn because it's also like, yeah, we should distract ourselves. It's such a I don't know. I go back and forth.
Yeah,
because really, you're on a roller coaster, and then you're like told, "Oh, at the end is a brick wall," and you don't know when it's going to come. And enjoy yourself. Yeah, that's like kind of what we're having to deal with, and so we're on pills.
Yeah,
and watch. You know.
Do you think that? Oh, I was going to ask you this. Oh, this is what I thought about aliens visiting the planet.
Oh, right,
aliens. I thought that aliens just come by. It's almost like when your mom's like, "I'm going to take you to the local zoo or whatever." you know?
Yeah.
And alien kids are like, fuck, mom, I don't want to go to that dump, you know? And it's like sometimes there's still people going over
I
to
see.
Earth. It's like they're so advanced, but every now and then,
It's
like
like a
some
field
shitty
trip.
family brings their kids over, like, oh, well, look, you know, Mars is full, you know, they got a line over at Neptune. You know, Dad couldn't get tickets to Saturn, so we're going to run them over here to
Earth's
Earth.
way better than those.
Right, I agree, but I think in
Maybe
alien world,
other
they
solar
don't think
systems
that. Right.
they want to go to.
So they're like, oh, fuck, Mom, we got to go all the way over to Earth, and we drive all the way there. And then the parents are like, or fly, you know, in their flying driver. And then they get there and they're like, oh, fuck, Mom, this place sucks, you know? So they don't even land
They
anymore.
didn't bother to land. Okay.
They don't even land anymore.
Okay.
They're just like, oh, fuck,
Flying around.
this guy's over here jerking
Yeah,
off
yeah.
and
In the hot
tasting it at
tub.
the park. Yeah.
Yeah.
This guy doesn't, you know, this guy hates Santa. Like,
Maybe.
it's all like this guy over here is Uncle Albert. Like,
Yeah.
Mom, this place is a fucking dump, you know? We got to get the F out of here, Mom.
I've
and they're
seen
like,
those-
all right, we'll leave. Let me at least burn this lady's womb over here just to fucking let them know we were here. And then they send out one little torch flame and they jet.
I've seen the Tic Tac videos and I don't know what it is, and I definitely know I don't have all the answers. Here's what I think it is.
Okay.
I think it's a multi-dimensional thing, things popping in. It's my guess. Not like people visiting, because it's just so far away.
Right.
That and then not to contact. It seems like more of like an anomaly, because you know there's a lot of evidence that there's like a multi-dimensions, right? Like they don't know where gravity. There's a lot of gravity missing. That they're like maybe that's folded into dimensions or something.
Yeah.
I don't know anything about this, but I'm just gonna believe.
No,
that.
man. Look, I
don't
think you're
know.
really, really smart, man.
Lucia's believe UFOs were aliens trying to reach Earth.
Scientists make message to send Earth's location to aliens, ignoring Stephen Hawking's warning. Okay, let's zoom in on that on the font.
Yeah, there's that Tic Tac video. That's crazy. I saw when I was a kid a UFO, just like that way high in the air, two like Tic Tac-y things that were making no noise and they were engaged with each other. I don't know what it was. It was that kind of thing probably. But
Wow.
I don't know what it is. But I wouldn't say. I don't know.
And this here says science have designed a radio message to be beamed in a deep space that reveals Earth's location.
Yeah, that might be a bad idea.
Yeah, and
What
that's
do we need that for?
and somebody's gonna sponsor it or something too. It'll be like, oh, this is brought to you by Wiener Schnitzel. You know, it'll be like,
Yeah.
this is horrible. Somebody's gonna hear it and be like, fuck, Wiener Schnitzel.
We sent out that one thing. Remember a year? I think it's on Voyager 1.
Yeah, we
it's
sent
like
that-
record, that gold record. Remember that? And it's embarrassing now. Like the shit we sent out was not
It's
good.
horrible.
Like
Yeah.
bad music.
Every 5 years they send this shit out. It's bad. Yeah, that had Nelly on it.
it had Nelly on it. It was,
I think Chingy was on it. Every 5 years they send out
and it was
something
like
horrible.
Yeah, it was like the Dukes of Hazzard show or something.
Just some
on
good
it.
old boys. Yeah, it was a couple of early episodes of Just the 10 of Us. or
No,
whatever.
it was Small Wonder. That girl was like a robot they sent out. As like, here's the TV shows we do.
Dude, Melissa Joan Hart came to one of my shows.
Dude, I met her once.
What was she? I think I got to meet her afterwards. I don't remember outside, but she seemed really sweet.
I met Paris Jackson last night. She was really nice.
Dude, I met her.
She's so sweet.
Yeah.
Nice.
Yeah.
Melissa Joan Hart. You a big fan of the Witch movie? Or the
I
TV
mean,
show?
I just remember it was just neat that she came, you know,
Yeah.
that she came out.
She's a fan, big fan.
Yeah, she loves a lot of comedy.
Mm-hmm.
And she came out, man. She came out. It was in Nashville.
She lives in a hometown that I grew up in, and I go, oh, I love that Sherwood Diner, and she said, I got food poisoning there and barfed in their bathroom. That was my encounter with her.
Dude, I remember. Oh, let's bring up that alien article real quick. I want to go through that deal.
Alrighty then.
UFOs left radiation burns and unaccounted for pregnancies.
This is what I heard recently. Now, this seems dumb because can't you just like do the DNA test and know it's not human? I don't
There we go.
understand this.
Encounters with UFOs have reportedly left Americans suffering from radiation burns, brain and nervous system damage, and even unaccounted for pregnancy. That's the part that some chicks are just tacking on just to get out of, I think, probably
Right.
some interracial relationships and shit.
It just seems like a very easy thing to figure out.
And if you're telling your dad, if you don't want to,
23andMe.
yeah,
figure that out.
Yeah, if you get 23andMe back and it has like a,
Yeah, like Sector 5. Zuckerberg 1. I'm 8% Zuckerberg 1.
The database includes more than 1,500 pages of UFO-related material. Do you believe they ever found something and hid it? I'm just going to ask you point blank. I don't want to beat around the bush anymore.
All right. No, I don't. I think they found some military, like, advanced stuff. But I don't know. I would say, this is a guess. I don't know. I just don't think it's likely that a spacecraft made of material flew, at least 4.5 light years, closest solar system, which we're not getting any radio signals from that. We're not getting any radio signals from anything in our view. Okay, so it has to travel hundreds of light years, which, I mean, you shoot a light or laser at the moon, it takes like a second and a half to get there.
Right.
It took us, I don't know, like a week to get there, going 18,000 miles an hour.
Yeah.
Now for 100 years, go that fast. And then you finally get to, and you can't even go that fast because your mass will be infinite. So you have to go close to it. That's why I think it's jumping through wormholes or something else.
Right, okay. So you're saying there's some...
the distance, if you really get
there's some tectonics going on.
Exactly.
There's some interstellar tectonics.
Interstellar tectonics.
You're a smart guy, man. I wonder if we covered everything. Was there any other good question that came in for Kyle? Any other real ripper you wanted to get to? Okay.
I'll answer any question.
Pull up one more for him, huh? Let's get one more.
Oh, this guy's got good hair game.
Yeah, here we go.
Wow. Yo, Theo, gang, gang.
Yo.
Yeah, baby. Thanks for the message.
Wanted to ask your guest if the election were today, would you vote for Trump, considering that he's talking about running again, or Biden if he were to actually survive this presidency? Or do you have someone else that you would rather lampoon? Yeah, that's my question. Gang, gang.
Terrific.
Gang, gang, man. Could you imagine if Trump and Biden went head to head again? Could you even what it would even be like at that point? It's all turning into a strange show.
Yeah, and
right?
It's a very real question. Will he live? I mean, I've never been more concerned about a health of a president.
Unbelievable. He doesn't even seem like a well grandfather.
Yeah, you'd be worried about grandpa.
Like, I've had grandfathers that seem kind of well, and you're like, he doesn't seem that that right now.
Yeah.
Biden does not seem well. So but what are they going to do? Not have him run again? That's what they would do probably. And then,
I've never heard a president make this sound during a speech.
What if Biden dies off? Will you have a funeral for the character? What will you do?
Maybe I'll do Ghost Biden. I don't know. I just pulled that out.
I like it.
I don't know.
How do you do Biden? Can you show me real fast?
Come on, man. It's like, hey, he's got like a low thing here. And he's like, come on, man. Hi, man. Come on. Do it. Come on, man.
Come on, man. Come on, man.
Look. He's trying to get. Not the thing. The thing, man. Come on.
Come on.
The guy.
Come on, guy. The thing. Hey.
The guy without the shirt.
You got the
He's a bad dude, man.
He's a bad dude. He's a bad dude, man.
Maybe the audience can guess whether I'm going or you're going. Just don't tell them.
All right.
Come on, man. He's a bad dude.
Come on, man. He's a bad dude.
Is this on you? Maybe not underneath the video they could write.
Okay. All right. Let's try it one more time. All right.
Yeah. Okay.
Hey, what are you doing over there, guys? Come on, man.
It's over the Jew crane. Not the Jew crane. The other thing, man. Okay, put your comments below.
Yeah, what do you think? Who was who? Don't cheat. Cover the screen from the beginning. Now we're telling them all the rules in post.
Yeah, that'll be
Late
cut
in
out
the
of the
game.
show. We'll cut that.
Kyle Dunnigan, man, one of the most entertaining minds in the world, and this guy's on the wife hunt too. I want to put it out there for you.
I think it's done. Like I can't imagine.
No, you don't want a family?
Who can? No, I do, but I don't know how. Like I'm not social. I don't know how this. would even, you see a movie like you're in the store and you bump into someone and your cottage cheese falls. And you start giggling and picking it up, and you're like, "What's your name?" Like I think that could maybe happen. It seems like a long shot.
Do you eat cottage cheese?
No, but I also think I'm probably I must be an odd person to date. It must be odd.
No, I'm sure you're good.
Just putting on wigs all day.
I bet some woman is going to absolutely love
some
it.
woman's into that. Okay.
Do you do you do like a horseback riding? Do you do a good date? What do you do? Do you do?
Yeah, no, I go all out. I think I do. I think I am a good date. I listen and I like to plan some. I'll pay. That's a plus right there when a guy pays.
It's huge.
But I've had some very weird days. I was on a date with a girl and we're at this restaurant. She's on her phone the whole time. I took a picture of her on her phone and I texted it to her. I thought that'd be funny, You get a text of yourself on the phone and then you'd go like, "Oh, sorry." But she goes, "Oh, I do look cute." She thought I was saying like, "You're cute." And I was like, "Oh, get out of here."
Wow.
I had another, anyway, I'll go now.
Yeah.
It's fine.
I went on some, it's tough, man. It's tough figuring out what to do with it's tough figuring out. As you get older too, it gets a little bit tougher too.
It
Because
does.
you get set in your ways.
Exactly. I've not lived with someone in a long time, but I can't complain. Everything is good. And I also, sometimes I'm like, boy, I'm glad there isn't like screaming children here right now. A lot of time, I see my friends sometimes are like, "Dude, you're so lucky."
Change that shitty diaper. What do you mean?
Was that Biden?
Yeah.
Oh, nice, dude. Nice, dude.
Nice, dude. Thanks, man. Well, Kyle Dunnigan, you guys can check out his show. It comes out when it wants to come out, but it's got a great channel on YouTube.
Also, I'm doing a tour right now. So if people want to go to tour, if you're at KyleDunnigan.com, you can come see me. I'm on the West Coast, Tempe, Arizona, too.
Ooh, beautiful. We'll put that in. I have a lot of friends that have gone to see you and enjoyed it.
I love it. Getting back out there.
What's your show like? Is it just stand up?
All over the place. No, like I'll play the piano. I do like I actually project onto the screen the impressions and stuff.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, I'm trying to bring a bunch of different stuff to it.
So it's a real full throttle, huh?
Yeah, kind of do the show I do on YouTube. Kind of I'm starting to do that because that's what people want to see. Usually, they come to see me now will want to see impressions.
And what about Kerp? Is he out there?
Kerp does stand up. Yeah, he's out and about.
Any other characters hit the road with you?
I'll Zoom Jessica and Kerp in and John in.
Beautiful.
It's great.
Kyle Dunnigan, man, dude, it's so good to get to spend time with you, man, and thank you so much for making me laugh, especially through all the freaking the weird world as we wait for aliens to come and pick us up.
You too. You too. How great that we can hang out and laugh. I don't know how I got into this business or whatever. I don't remember deciding to do it, but
I know,
I'm so psyched. Like I'd be so bad in an office.
Would you?
I did it for years and I got fired. I got fired all the time.
People like Kyle.
I worked for this. She does the taxes for the Rockefellers. Oh, all I had to do was
take a long time.
I just had to do copying. And she brought me to the office and she goes, "You do terrible work." And I was just a copy boy. And I was like 24.
Dude, I remember actually, I used to mail forms. My job was mailing forms, right? Form mailer, right?
Mm-hmm.
And I did a bunch of mushrooms or LSD one time and went in there, right? This is insane, bro. And it was my girlfriend's mom. This was in high school. I got stripped down, got completely naked, right? Okay. Well, that's not even half of it. So I walk out of the workplace. So much better than my story, I walk out of the workplace. The second that two women see me naked walking out of the workplace, I'm fired immediately, right? So but I'm so fucked up. I didn't know. Got into my car, 84 Ford Escort with a missing passenger seat. Somebody stole it. And I get home anyway, finish the drugs, wear off, blah, 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 lose my job. But here's the crazy part. A week later, one of our associate companies in New Mexico got all my clothes in a box. How crazy is that?
Did you mail them?
Yeah, I mailed them to them.
That is an insane story. You knew you were naked at your office, or you didn't know? You were so high you didn't know you were naked?
When I do heavy drugs, I get real Native American, so I go back to the roots. I get back to like, we don't need this. Mm-hmm. We don't need this common thread of this British garb. We don't need.
So
this
your
shit.
story though, like you deserve to be fired, and like that's cool. And you were like, I was trying really hard to make copies, and I got fired. You were having a good time.
I mean, I don't know what I was doing, man, but we were both somehow inadvertently, though we didn't know it, looking for something different.
Yeah.
There was a part of us that was like, I'm going to fuck this up.
I think so. I think I was like, no, I'm never going to I can't do this.
So this compadre ends up at the right bowl of guacamole.
Yeah. Guacamole. Yeah. I also look up I'm sure you too, like just lucky things happened. I mean, maybe unlucky things happened too that you wouldn't even know, but.
Did you ever have a pregnancy scare out there once you did get active and fertile?
No.
Ugh.
I mean, I've had like condoms break where that, and then like morning after pill or something like that, but it never was like a girl was like, I'm late. That's never happened to me.
Did you ever have a thing where
I'm pretty protective.
Are you?
Myself.
You wear a lot of condoms, huh?
Mm-hmm.
Oh, that's
I don't
insane.
fuck around.
Really?
Mm-mm. Unless I'm like in a relationship for a while, or like I've done STD tests with ladies, and that's another way to go. But if I don't know them.
Have you just ever winged it?
In what manner?
In a sexual manner with a woman and just said, I'm just going to assume this woman doesn't have an STD and I'm not going to use a protection.
I've put it in when I shouldn't, but I've gotten tests after, and I've lucked out.
Wouldn't it be crazy if there was somebody who could put their penis inside of a woman and then guess or not if they had an STD and get it right every time?
That would be such a waste of an amazing talent. It'd be a waste.
Really? Why a waste?
I mean, how would you go on the road with that and make money? How do you monetize
I think so.
that?
Bring Stephanie up here. You just pick people out of the crowd.
Yeah, you have herpes. You got, yeah.
I don't know. Be something, man. I'm just saying there's a way out there for everybody to make money.
There's a way to make money.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
So stay alive, folks. Don't give up on yourself.
No, do not. Have a good time. Let's have a good time.
Yeah.
In the moment, they say that.
Stay in the moment, babe. It's all that you have.
That's all.
All right. We'll see you guys next time.
Peace.
Now I'm just floating on the breeze, and I feel I'm falling like these leaves. I must be cornerstone. Oh, but when I reach that ground, I'll share this peace of mind I found. I can feel it in my bones, but it's gonna take a little time for me to set that parking brake and let myself unwind. Shine that light on me. I'll sit and tell you my stories. Shine on me, and I will find a song. I will sing it just for you. And now I've been moving way too fast on the runaway train with a heavy load of my past. And these rails that I've been riding on, they're worn so thin that they're damn near gone. I guess